Hi, this video is the third one of the 7-part video series on the basic shapes in wood felting, and this is what you're going to learn. A step-by-step process to make a cord with wool batts, how to correctly cut a wool batt, how to get rid of creases when you're felting with wool batts, how much water and soap to use. So stay tuned. Supplies and equipment. You're going to need plastic to cover your work surface, bubble wrap, a wool batt around 20 grams, soap, water and a towel. Here's our wool batt. This is not a merino, it's another type of wool, a thicker one. Now we have to cut our wool batt, and this is not done with scissors because scissors leave an even cut. If you look at the wool closely, you'll see the fibers run in one direction. So first pull along the fibers to get a long strip. Set aside the rest of the wool to avoid getting it wet. In this case, the strip is too long, so I'm going to cut it in half. This is done with your hands again, just pull in the middle. And you'll notice you won't find the same resistance you did with the wool top. You want to get a rectangle, so look for the best way to join the two tufts. Now roll the wool. And notice the direction of the fibers. Now we start felting. Avoid using too much water and soap here, or it will be really difficult to felt and you'll get creases all over your piece. I find the best way to do this right is to put some water and soap on the bubble wrap and start rolling the wool so that it absorbs the water slowly. You'll probably notice that the batt will need more water than the wool top did, because as you can see it's fluffier, it has more volume and air inside, but still add little by little. As the wool becomes saturated with water and soap, it becomes heavier and tends to get creases. You have to flatten them out now, or you won't get rid of them anymore. It's good that this happened, because this gives me a chance to show you a useful tip for other situations. Here there's only one solution. Get some soap out and some water in. Very gently use a sponge to absorb the soap, flatten the creases and roll slowly. When the cord is semi-felted and you've gotten rid of the creases, you can squeeze the water out. See how much more water was in the wool? Clean away some of the foam with the sponge. Now you're just shrinking the cord, so you don't need any more water. You can alternate the rolling movements on the bubble wrap and between your hands. Then you just have to rinse well and it's ready. See the difference between them? But more importantly, see how different it is to make a cord with a wool batt? I find it much more difficult, so I use wool tops when I can, if I'm felting a bag handle or a ring. It's so much easier to manage. But the choice is yours. Let me know how the experiment went and which type of wool you decided to use. Until then, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon.